Hello, Max here, and today may well go down as one of the greatest days in history. Today, the Overwatch server-to-client update rate has been increased from 21 times a second to 60 times a second. This has been a point of serious contention within the community for some time. Previously, our game client would send the server information 60 times a second, however, our client would only receive updates from the server 21 times a second. If we load into a game and enable the net graph with Ctrl-Shift-N, we could see the PPS, or packets per second, in used to be 21, while the PPS out was 64. If we load into any game now, the PPS in has been increased and now matches the PPS out at 64. This is across the board in every game mode, including competitive. In fact, in testing this, I had a lovely solo queue game this morning with some genuinely friendly people. We lost, but I actually really enjoyed the game, and I played pretty well, so I only lost 1/5 of a rank. So friendly people from my game earlier, thanks. You made my morning better. This is great news. I'm honestly not super bothered about 20 tick, as the community has dubbed the phenomenon of dying to the lower refresh rates. In my own salty states, I myself have claimed 20 tick is the reason I died. However, there is so few times this will have actually happened. Dying round a corner is not getting 20 ticked. Whilst the fact it happened around the corner is due to a low refresh rate, at a higher tick you would have just died sooner, before you made it to that corner, because the server is now sending you the information that little bit faster. There is a fantastic video from a YouTube channel called Battle Nonsense who explains the netcode and the difference between high and low bandwidth in Overwatch. He did some testing with the high bandwidth option we've had available in custom games for the last couple of months, and found a 30% reduction in delay. Will we notice a difference? Well, it's hard to tell. The fact that we know it's there is going to affect our perception of what happens in-game. Some of the more cynical have suggested Blizzard are faking the net graph display to see if we truly believe there will be a difference. From my experience of working as part of a software support team, I can guarantee someone in Team 4 would have suggested it at some point, but I do doubt Jeff Kaplan would have let that one go through. If it ever came out they had manipulated the net graph, a lot of trust that Jeff Kaplan himself has spent time earning would be lost. What I expect is to have far fewer, perhaps even no experiences of using Tracer Blink or Recall ability, only to be teleported back to die in an annoying Cockney mess on the floor. Tomorrow, Saturday, August 13th at 11:30 British Summer Time, I'll be streaming my grind to rank 65 on twitch.tv/cynicalnerds. I will likely be insta-locking Tracer on most of the control maps we load onto, so I should have some idea by the end of tomorrow how much of a difference it makes. As I said earlier, I'm actually not super bothered by 20 tick. I think there are only a few fringe incidents that happen in-game where I might have survived or avoided damage with less delay. The server refresh changes going live means members of Team 4 are now able to start working on the big things I want in the game. Improvements to the spectator options and implementing the ability to spectate friends. And the biggest one for me by far as a content producer is the replay system. I've talked about this before in greater detail, so I won't go into it too much again now, but this is something I would absolutely love. I want to be able to create compelling highlights and maybe even full game analysis where I'm not locked to the first person view of my hero. Now that work on high bandwidth appears to be coming to an end. I'm not 100% sure it's finished yet. I have heard rumours this is just being tested this week, although it does seem strange that it's been implemented in competitive if they are just testing it. Now that this feature is nearing completion, the guys working on it are going to be free to start putting the time into the features I'm really interested in. I believe we'll be getting the ability to save highlights first, but Jeff has said work on highlights is a step towards replays. I have no problem with the priority these different features are worked on, and I'm glad everyone is getting the quote-unquote 60 tick they've been asking for. However, being the cynical nerd I am, I'm pretty sure in a few weeks or so everybody will be calling for 128 tick. Dying to a Roadhog hook. Aw man, 60 ticked? What a bitch. Thanks for watching. If you found this video useful, please hit that like button and subscribe for weekly content. You can follow me on Twitter at TotallyFutile. Thanks to everyone who is supporting us on the Patreon at patreon.com/cynicalnerds. We stream on twitch.tv/cynicalnerds 4 nights a week, and as I mentioned earlier, there is a bonus rank 65 grind stream coming tomorrow, Saturday, August 13th at 11:30 AM British Summer Time. Come show your support or come call me names, whatever makes you feel good. Until next time, take it easy, and I'll see you soon.